we go again.
Speaking of writers,
Mm.
so there's been a lot of reference tracks being leaked these days. The boy Drizzy.
Freaky ass ninja, you a 69 god. Freaky ass nigga, you a 69 god. Listen. I randomly think about this at least 5 times a day in my head. I catch myself saying, freaky ass ninja, you a 69 god. Freaky ass ninja, you a
You
69.
know what mine is? Mine is A minor. But let me say,
A
this is embarrassing. This is
minor.
something so embarrassing, bro. As much as we've been like listening to breakdowns and talking about the breakdowns, why I didn't get the A minor until I'm talking about weeks later. I was driving and I was like, oh, A
Wait,
minor.
okay, wait. Now, which part of A minor do you get?
So I thought he was referencing something about Alicia Keys, right?
Okay.
He's talking about A minor,
A
like a key.
minor.
Yeah, a key, yeah, and as like a mod, really, bro. Like the whole song is talking about underage and this, that, and the other. And it was one of those just I felt so dumb moments, like, oh, and so that's why I can't get that out of my head. The other thing, bro, you know how Kendrick be making them noises in songs, bro. Dog,
Uh-huh.
that junk be I just randomly just be doing it. I was at dinner with the fam, and somebody asked me something. I was like, yeah, and they was like, we was in the middle of Chili's, bro, and
You sound like
everything,
Trey Songz, bro.
huh?
You sound like Trey Songz on that.
Oh, but dog, listen, that junk had me in tears because I did, and there was like other families around us too. And every time somebody asked me something, I did that junk. And so,
No,
uh,
the A minor.
Layla had to tell Sarah where it came from, so she knew where it was. But no, what would you say about the A minor?
The A minor. The part that I always think about the A minor is from what's the boy Orlando Brown?
Yeah, yeah,
Vagina.
yeah,
Can I
yeah,
get
yeah,
some of that vagina?
yeah, yeah. I get that now.
That
Yeah,
yeah, that's where I heard it. Yeah, but that's funny though, bro. But
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Well,
But
so I mean,
listen,
here's the thing, though. We've heard these accusations before, right? And some people don't even care because of, like, I know you do, right? Especially like I was listening to Joe Budden them, and they was talking about, like, if it's this song, I ain't tripping. But if it's this song, then I have an issue, right? Because it's like this is one he's got the bars on. This is like Drake is a pop star. He's not just a rapper anymore, right? So some of these pop songs, if he had some writers on it, people ain't even really caring no more. But the rappers is caring about the ones.
rapping, the
Yes,
rapping.
yeah,
This is why I think that this is so. This is the thing. If you're telling me that he didn't write Passion Fruit, or if you're telling me he didn't write the work joint, or if you're telling me that he didn't write, oh yeah, he wrote the song, he got those songs from the weekend, right? If you're telling me that Party Next Door is helping him write a bunch of songs or Division, he's singing, I don't have no problem at all because then I think that that's part of the singing act. That would be no different from you writing me a hook and then I go through and I sing the hook on one of my songs and I do the rapping also. Or you writing me a song and I get on there and sing the whole thing, throw some auto tune on it, whatever. That I'm cool with that. I think the part that is the frustrating part when it comes to Drake and this whole ghostwriting thought is that you'd want to believe that somebody's dopeness is based off of their authenticity. And when I say that, I mean this. With respect to R&B, I'm not expecting for some reason. I don't expect for somebody who does R&B to write all this stuff. But I personally do hold somebody who do write their stuff at high regards. And not to say that they got to write every single thing, right? But to me, when you're a rapper and you telling your rap stories though, bro, and you're telling me that your rap story isn't really your story, that's something that somebody else wrote. And not just that, even if he wrote it for you with you in mind, he would have had to live through that. Or somebody, like, to me, it's like, yeah, now you just make me. Let me ask you something. Okay, Ace Kennedy, let me ask you this.
What's up?
Can an argument be made that Drake is really cosplaying a black rapper, a black American rapper? Follow me where I say this. Follow me when I say this. Okay. So when Kendrick was talking about, all of your stuff, all your energy, music wise, you went and got that from Atlanta, right? Well, let's just say that aside, right? Because if you go through and you look at Drake over the years, right?
Hmm.
And you see he got a lot of influence from Atlanta. He got a lot of influence from Wayne, of course, for being on Cash Money. I think that he just naturally probably had a natural, especially when you had the best ever had on the first one, maybe some East Coast vibes or whatever, but a
Hmm.
lot of a lot of Houston, vibes from and everything like that. But I heard Drake talk, right, in his regular voice, and he sounds like a Canadian. He sounds very much like a Canadian, bro. And so when I'm thinking about when you rap and you don't like, I've never heard the Toronto Drake on a song. He sounds like a black Southern rapper, right?
Right.
And so my thing is that it would be different. It's like, it's like almost it's I look at that differently from like Adele, and she's singing and you don't hear like an accent, or maybe or the British actor who what's my boy, Idris Elba, British,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
can go ahead and go without, right? So I think that when Idris Elba is not talking in his British accent, that he's cosplaying a black guy because he's acting. So
Yeah.
could you make the case that Drake is really like acting like a Southern rapper, bro? Like everything about him seems like he is portraying one of us.
I hear what you're saying, but like you said, I think because of the fact that you hear the British singers singing in American voice, like like Sam Smith, or like you said, Adele, when you hear them talk, and but when they sing,
British British rappers, the British rappers all sound British.
no, no, no. I get that, but I think when I'm saying is, I think Drake took it like the music business, and maybe that's like when you. So, for instance, right, most people have a style, right? That when you get into music, somebody inspired you to do the music, right? It wasn't like you just woke up and then you didn't listen to any music and then boom. Like there was some inspiration, some from somewhere. So I think whoever he was inspired by, he began to rap like that until he developed his style. Like, so, and the fact that this is when I very first heard Drake, he's always sounded like this, then that's what I associate with him.
I see, that's the thing. I don't know, to be quite honest with you, that Drake's always sounded like this. I think that he's evolved into this. Right. So here's what I mean by that. I think that if you look at Drake over the years, I think that he's evolved into this, but it's also heavily because here's what I mean by that. This is a perfect example. When they say all of the Drake leaks and the ghost writers and everything like that, I think that most of Drake's ghost writers are Southern guys. Like this recent one, when he came out with the League of Mob Ties, right? And this is probably one of my favorite, more recent Drake songs where he's rapping, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I think the dude who wrote that song was a down south dude. And then even the dude Quentin Miller, down south dude. When they say that they say he got his what Kitchen said, you got the street cred from 21, down south guy. It's like I think that Drake he got his blueprint, but I think his blueprint is pulling different parts from the South. But my thing is that how come we haven't heard the Drake with the Toronto accent on record, rapping that way? What does a
Yeah, but see,
Toronto rapper sound like?
I think Tory Lanez is kind of like Tory Lanez is in that same vein. So them two kind of sound similar to me, right? But my first introduction to Drake is like the Houston, Atlanta, Vegas sound. So that's still to me the same sound I'm hearing today. I mean, obviously he's matured and he's evolved, but that's still the same sound to me.
I suppose, but then even then, right? I think that it's just funny to me that when you hear that, right? But outside of the booth, right? When you hear him, like I've seen some videos where he's just with his peoples, right? And they all sound like a bunch of dudes from Canada. Like it sounds very much like what I it's like a weird accent. And I I saw like this video of Drake playing basketball and he sounds like a Canadian. But then when it's our industry time, I'm doing a music interview, I'm doing something, then I switch back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, like it seems like Drake is like cosplaying out here though, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like I think it's hard for me to switch off my R&B brain when we talk music. So that's why stuff just don't mean as much to me like it does to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
get it.
like for me, it's like, bro, it's to me the music industry is still a form of acting. Like it's entertainment to me, right?
I
Like
got
for
an
instance,
example.
okay,
I got an example. Okay. That would be to me like that would be like to me if you heard me, you know me, right? And people from Killeen know me, people from Atlanta know me. And I got on a record and was like, nah, son, blah, 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 kid, word is bond. And everybody associate those terms with New York. And I was rapping like a East Coast, like a true New Yorker. Now I be, and that's all in my raps. And to somebody, I would imagine that on some at some level, if I got big enough, somebody from New York would be like, "Bro, why is you talking like us and you ain't one of us? You ain't from here." But more, you would know. You'd be like, "Bro, yo, nah, we talk on the phone all the time. That ain't how
bro.
you talk."
If you ever did that, I would make a diss track about you on my own,
Oh my
just
god.
because.
Ah,
On my own, I'd
It's
make a
just,
diss track.
that's what I'm saying. I think that that's how I look at it. But in terms of his ghostwriting, this leak, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I hear it, I don't have any problem with reference tracks, right? So like